Today we're going to go into a little further detail about the 78th Division World War I impression torso that I have put together. It's still a work in progress, but I figured I did a video on the stand itself, and I did a video on the helmet, so I'd go in a little more detail about the rest. So yeah, let's get into it. So we've got the 78th Division named helmet that I did a separate video on. And then I was able to find a 78th Division tunic or jacket to go along with it. And let's take the helmet off here real quick. I'm just going to set this to the side. If you look here, we've got D Company, US. We've got the eagle snaps for the buttons. And then turn this over to here, and we've got the double-crossed rifle patch there. There's a few moth holes in this guy, but overall pretty good condition. And yes, I know that the majority of World War I uniforms, when you look at patches or you look at helmet art like that, a lot of that was not worn in the field, and a lot of it was done post-armistice. But I still think this is pretty cool. So, and you see a lot of collectors that do this. So I'm putting together a 78th Division regardless, just because I think it's really neat to be able to find items that are not only named, but, you know, potentially go together. So, on top of, we've got the helmet, we've got the tunic, we have M1910 haversack here, which this guy has got the meat tin pouch on it, and it's got the flap here. It's not filled, and also right here would be where the T-handle trench shovel would go in the cover. So I still need to get my hands on one of those. Like I said, this is a work in progress. And I have the M1917 bayonet here, which would go with if this gentleman were carrying an M1917 Eddiston, Remington, or Winchester rifle. And then the 1910 haversack hooks up to this M1910 dismounted cartridge belt, which if we open up here, you can see August 1917 mils, and we have the same August 1917 mils. And it is one of the ribbed pocket models. And in here I do have 5-round stripper clips that would go into either the M1903 or the M1917. 5-round each. It holds 2 of them, so you got 10 rounds per pocket, and you've got 10 pockets. Now this ammo is dated World War II. I haven't been able to get my hands on some World War I dated 30-06 yet, but I figured that's still a good placeholder for now. And I've just put, 10, 20, 30, 40 rounds in it just for display purposes and to give a little, definition and whatnot. And like I said, it's not complete. I would still like to, I need to get a canteen, an original canteen and original cover, and I'd probably like to get a little medic pack to put on. This guy was not an officer, so he would not usually be carrying a sidearm like the M1917 revolver or an M1911. Typically, those were reserved for officers or machine gun crews, stuff like that. So he won't have that, but I might end up putting the M1917 trench knife on his belt. And like I said, canteen and probably like a little medic pouch. And eventually I'll finish the haversack, which like I said, I need the trench shovel still. And then usually you'd have like a bacon tin and some supplies and whatnot in there. And then I don't think I'll probably do like a tent and stuff like that or a wool blanket, but we'll see. Depends on how far I want to go with it. But let's put that back on. So with that all being 78th Division, I actually do have 2 gas masks, but this one I picked up when I went home for Christmas back in upstate New York, and without knowing, I had just bought it because it was a good deal from a flea market or antique store. And after researching the gentleman, that's actually from the 78th Division as well. So that will end up on here at some point. You know, the bag would sit pretty much right here, but I don't have a head for them, so just have to kind of figure out how I want to do that. I had bought a styrofoam head to see if I could mount it on there, but that's going to take a little finagling. But I might end up putting some sort of head on it and just have him wear the gas mask, but not 100% sure yet. So, like I said, still needs a little work, but I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of update on that so far and see what it looks like in its current state. So that's all I got for you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time, be good.